fun one today. This one's more of an informational one.
Educate me.
The title of this one is Avoid 3 Reasons to Never Pick Up Women in Public. I clicked on this because I said, wait, hey, I want to do that.
I thought that's how girls say you stand out. Like, I'm tired of the DMs. I'm tired of the swiping up on the stories. If you want to approach me, do it in like an organic, nice setting or something.
I even read a book that said picking up women in person is the best way to do it.
Because most guys don't, I guess, nowadays?
Because women, when you DM them and you're just pixels on a screen with a blue check, even with the check, it's like, well, she has 80 of those. So the book I read was talking about direct approach, the kind of
cold approach.
The cold approach done in a very skillful way. There's nuance in how to go up to them, so that's a whole other thing.
You gotta be smooth, charisma,
I want to date you, you can't do that.
Yeah, correct.
And this channel is known as a black pilled channel, wheat waffles.
Black pill?
Black pill. You're familiar with blue pill and red pill?
Yeah.
Blue pill is like what your mom tells you on how to deal with girls. It's kind of like fairy tale. Get her flowers and she'll fall in love. Red pill is like, girls say they want a nice guy but only date assholes. You have to act a certain way. It's more of the reality of dating dynamics. And then there's black pill. They say a more pessimistic view where they say none of that matters. I don't even want to explain it.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know that much about it. I'm gonna just play the video. Here we go.
Excuse me, do you want to hear a story for a second? Yes. I was literally practicing my skills all day just so I can come over and say hi to you. Hi.
That's it?
Yeah, what's up?
No, I'm not talking, sorry.
You're not allowed to? No. You're on the phone. Well, like, before, okay, well, I'll transition to this lady. Yeah, you wouldn't believe what just happened. She rejected me, it's really sad. Can you believe that?
I'm waiting for my friend.
Oh. I don't know, black pill is the way to go.
This demonstrates why people go to black pill. Because black pill means it doesn't matter how confident you are, your social skills, it's all about how you look.
And not even that, he was just awkward.
Like,
Number one.
He went up confidently.
He went up confidently.
But he's not attractive. So it comes across as creepy. His outfit, he's got some love handles in the gut with those tight pants. And what the fuck are those shoes? I get why a girl completely ignored the shit out of him.
Yeah.
If Cristiano Ronaldo lookalike, Ryan Garcia lookalike goes up to these girls, they might give a different answer.
The attraction level really is like number one.
That's why I'm curious to delve into it, but I want to hear this breakdown of black pill some more.
Oh, yeah.
To see if I'm on the same path as this.
Memorize this off by heart, guys. If you approach women as a sub-5, like
either of these, they'll run away from you.
Damn.
If you're a normie,
they'll tolerate your presence for maybe 5 minutes before giving you a soft rejection, like, sorry, I have a boyfriend.
Normie.
And if you're a Chad, they'll feel flattered you've approached them.
And they'll gladly give you their number.
How you feel about that? Sub-5, normie, and Chad. Do you agree with that? If you're a sub-5, they run away. Normie, they might tolerate you.
For a broad spectrum, that's not wrong at all.
I think it's pretty accurate.
I think it's pretty fair. And I wouldn't even say they'll give you your number if you're the Chad. You could still be awkward and fuck it up completely if you're a Chad, but they'll give you more listening time than if you're sub-5. Yeah, you normie, they'll just kind of like wait to figure out how to get out of there nicely. Sub-5, what we've seen from the two, they got out there quick.
Yeah, sub-5.
Quick, they went.
Sub-5, you're seen as a creep. You're a creepy freak, weirdo, stalker, get away from me, you're harassing me. And then black pill, they say, I just found this channel, so I watch like 2 of the videos.
I don't know anything.
They say, sometimes you can do a few things, but even then it's not.
You'll still be a sub-5?
I'm gonna just let this play. I've been talking to
So
him.
the sub-5s are fucked.
In this video, I'm going to be giving you 3 reasons why cold approach, pickup art, day game,
or whatever you want to call it,
day game,
mostly a waste of
time strategy for any average or below average guys.
And though it's not anywhere nearly as bad
as online dating or nightclub approaching as covered in the last 2 episodes.
Oh, I gotta watch all of them.
In my opinion, it still makes the top 3 for worst possible approaching strategies. Number 1. You need to be good looking for cold approach to be effective.
This study that Alexander
Grace introduced me to shows how important looks are when hitting on girls you don't know. The process was as follows. A team of 7 judges had to rate 167 couples, that's 334 total participants, on a scale from 1 to 7 in terms of attractiveness. Remember that piece of information, it's out of 7, not 10. For example, this person may have been given scores of 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, which means their average score will be 6. Meanwhile, this person may have been given scores of 1, 5 twos, and a 3. which means their average will be 2. Next, once everyone had their scores calculated, they tried to see if there was a correlation between each couple's scores. In other words, if we were to draw a graph with the boyfriend's attractiveness out of 7 on the x-axis, and his girlfriend's attractiveness out of 7 on the y-axis, will there be a correlation for each of the couple's looks? E.g., if a man got rated a 5, is he more likely to be dating someone around his own looks level
Compared to what a lower rated guy, say a 2,
could expect to get? The results were eye-opening. They found when a couple did not know each other before they started dating, say because the man cold approached the woman in the street, there was a strong correlation of attractiveness for couples formed this way. The correlation factor was 0.7, which when plotted on our graph would look something like this, a clear uptrend with only minor deviations from the line of best fit. This shows you're mostly tied to your looks match, or dating within your league, when you're trying to meet women you have not met before.
in contrast, the couples that met
Through warm approach and were already friends before they started dating, these had far less of a correlation between their looks. The correlation factor was only 0.4, which is a little looks matched. However, there's still plenty of room for outlier couples to be formed where there's large disparities in looks between the man and woman.
So do you think there's a better chance of being in the friend zone first then?
So that's why this is interesting. Like I look at this and they say, well, okay, if you're a guy, you have to be attractive, otherwise you can't go up to girls and talk to them, or you won't get their number. I've seen plenty of uglier dudes with really beautiful women. That's why the warm approach means they're already friends of some sort.
That could be a factor. I would also say the other factor could be how rich is he? What does he do? Like I do think his status or his career choice could also be like, uglier guy could get a cuter girl just based off maybe that too.
Yes.
And maybe they've met at an event or this or that.
Basically the point being, if you are an uglier dude, that means if you want to get a girl out of your looks league, you kind of have to already be in their circle, or floating around, or it's got to be a friend of a friend. Hey, what's your name? Nice to meet you. Oh yeah, you're friends with so and so. That's cool. Oh, look, we're at the park. We're at the party now. Hey, whatever. As opposed to, hi, nice to meet you. I'm so and so.
Correct.
Otherwise, she'll run away. If you are a true sub 5, I don't know. Can you get to a 6? Can you get to a 5 if you're a 4?
I feel like everybody has the ability to be the best version of themselves, but not everybody's gonna do it. So
I saw a guy raising canes the other day. He looked out of shape, hunchback, terrible, ungroomed. Hair was looking like a 6th grader swoop.
And you looked at him like, ooh.
I was like, ooh. Like no mean shit.
Yeah, no, it's messed up to say that, but
like you wouldn't want to be near him. And I looked at him, I said, if this man was ripped and in shape, had good physique, had the right haircut, trimmed beard, standing up straight, he'd be a normal, cool dude. Even if he's self-improved, he'll never be a 10. Sorry, I don't think I'm a 10. Shit.
I mean, there's a reason why I could never probably get a gig as a runway model, because I don't have the exact look to their standard of what they want. Some people are just more attractive than others, and some people, you get fucked with the genetic genes. It's not your fault. It is not your fault.
I think there's some people who are 10s. They have the facial structure, they have the eye color, they have the muscular genetics, whatever. So they could be 10s.
Right.
Maybe there's people that could be a 7, but they're a 5 right now because they're out of shape and have bad grooming. But I think there's other people who might not get above a 5 no matter what they do.
Agreed.
Might not get above a 3 no matter what they do.
Then you're gonna have to find somebody in your range then.
At least don't do cold approach.
But then there's also like butter faces. The girls be looking, whew, and then you see the front and you're like, oh, there's dudes that I've seen that are ripped, but he got like a baby face or like a weird, not to be mean, but like aesthetically you're like, it is so healthy, but like, damn, like,
And that would be an example of, you can level up, but everyone has a ceiling in the sense.
You have this couple over here where a 7 out of 7 man is dating a 4 out of 7 woman. Then, all the way over here, you have a 2 out of 7 man dating a 5 out of 7 woman. Therefore, what this part of the study reveals is that when approaching in a warm environment, such as a university class, dating up or down a league becomes very feasible. But if a man tries doing this through cold approach, his chances go down considerably, and his best options are by approaching those around his own looks level. All of this makes perfect sense too from a logical standpoint. Going back to warm approach, a man like this may have been able to get this relationship with a woman way above his looks level because he's had more time to show all of his other merits going for him beyond just his looks.
Finance.
You may have a great
Social circle, social status, a few common interests with the girl, or just all-round good in-depth conversations.
Yep, all those
these
factors.
things will boost his chances, which may allow him to date up a couple points. In contrast, when looking at cold approach, there's only 2 variables of SMV that will determine a man's success. 1, looks, which is comprised primarily of face,
body, and height.
Damn.
And 2,
your game/social skills. I'd say around 70% of it is your looks, and the
Damn.
remaining 30% is your game.
anyway, that's
need
the
all of
first
it.
point.
Reason number 2, and this is somewhat related to the first point. After online dating, cold approach has the lowest rate of return. In my opinion, if you're not at least a 6 or above in
What do you think you are?
Damn.
What do you think you would give yourself?
Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest with myself,
Because this had me thinking, I said, am I a normie? Am I a sub 5?
I'm not a Chad. Physique-wise, not there. Wasn't blessed with blue eyes. You don't even need blue eyes, but you know what I mean.
Certain facial structure.
Structures and features. My head's fairly large. It's like a rounder head, and I know that wouldn't fit in that standard. Damn, I want to be nice and hope I'm a 6. I guess, yeah, I don't want to say I'm a sub 5. You're under 5 or you are 5. I'm not a sub 5.
I don't think I'm a sub 5 either. I think it's important for guys specifically, take a good look at yourself. That way you don't
look in the mirror.
That way you don't set yourself up for failure.
Correct.
Why can't I? Well, this isn't happening. So if you have a really good self-aware understanding of, hey, this is what I am, and here's what I can expect to get, you can try to optimize your chances and work on your game and work on your everything else, all the other aspects. I'm looking at this and it's like, damn, what the hell am I?
6 or above is the top 25% of men.
Most guys
that's
are
where
a
we
5 or
we
below.
up.
If you try
Approaching as a 4 or 5, it's like trying to cut down a tree, but with a kitchen knife. And if you try approaching as a 3, it's like using a toothbrush. The only exception to this, and the only time I would say you should try cold approaching as a 4 or 5, is if you have some niche quality about you, such as being exceptionally tall or
having red hair, because all you'd have to do
Red
in
hair?
this situation is
spam approach until a woman finds your niche quality attractive
and gives you the Chad.
Red hair.
I guess
I
red hair.
myself
fall into this category as I have red hair and I've also been told I'm around a 5 in looks.
and
Oh,
based
so
on my
is
experience,
this
cold
based on him?
approaching, 2 of the girls
Girls I was successful with had a dating history of exclusively dating other men with red hair. Anyway, getting back to the point about cold approaches' low rate of return. It's often said that as a man on online dating, you're just another guy in her inbox among hundreds of others. Well,
I
What
think
it
a
is.
similar
thing is to be said about cold approach, but just to a lesser degree. You're likely just one of dozens of others who's approached her in the previous months. Now, obviously, to be one of dozens is a lot better than being one of hundreds, but it's still not that much better. Cold approaching a woman is in essence a sales pitch of yourself. You have 5 minutes to show why you're deserving.
I say less than that.
to
Yeah,
see her
30
again.
seconds.
However, the problem is it's way too easy for a woman to forget about you once you're gone. Because she knows it's only a matter of time until another guy shoots his shot. Now, if she knew that you were going to be the last person on Earth to ever approach her, it might be a different story and she may give the thought of seeing you again a little more consideration. But unfortunately, this is not the deal with cold approach. Most attractive women know that there will always be more men to approach them in future, which therefore makes it an easy decision for the woman to forget about you as soon as the interaction is over. This explains why the flake rate is so high in cold approach.
flake
and
rate?
it only gets worse the less attractive you are. Out of all the guys that approach a woman in a given month, unless you're the most attractive guy, it'll be too easy for her to disregard all the lackluster options.
She got a lot of options.
Damn,
She got plenty of options.
It's well regarded in the cold approach community that getting a girl's phone number nowadays means almost nothing.
And that's because
Because it's always easier for a woman to give out her number freely and then flake on the text later instead of having to reject the man on the spot.
this ties
Facts.
in nicely.
With my next and final point, cold approach has the biggest effects on your self-esteem compared to any other form of approaching. And this is partially because of what I've just described. When a woman gives out her number to avoid rejecting a man, it temporarily gives him a false sense of hope. I've seen so many guys online tell stories about how they had a daytime interaction with a girl they thought couldn't have gone any better. My game was perfect that day, they might say. When things progress to text, for whatever reason, the woman's interest suddenly drops off a cliff. This happens in cold approach more than in any other environment. In online interactions, if a woman's not interested, all she has to do is leave you on red or block you. Which, yes, I'll admit, can feel bad in the moment. However, I'd much prefer to be blocked by someone I've never met before from an online dating app than have my hopes inflated after what I believe to be a successful interaction, only for it to come crashing down later on when she starts being flaky over text.
When we were doing the pickup videos and we were with Steven Shapiro, and the girls, you go up to them, hello, nice to meet you, my name's so-and-so. They'll look at you strange and then dart away.
Yeah.
I must be a sub 5, fuck. It does affect you more than online swipe, delete, block, text, no response.
And the only reason I was able to, one time I did it was just to not feel too butthurt. It was like, it was just for the video. I didn't even wanna, I don't really want your number. But had I really been doing this for not the camera,
like trying to find some love,
it would hurt, yeah.
I'm not a dating coach or expert by any means, but there's reason why men will pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for dating coaches, dating advice, online courses, and they'll watch videos like this to try to understand how to get a girl.
And then it almost sucks because majority of the dating coaches, if it's a dude, it's usually a more attractive, fit guy. So like, if you're not even that, is it worth it? Because you're like, if you're a sub 5 and you're getting advice from the ripped Chad dating coach, he's just making money off you.
Cold approach was working good even for normies before Instagram and Tinder. The problem is women nowadays are getting too much attention online and they don't care about more attention on the streets or coffee shops. The simps have ruined the game. If all the desperate guys stopped following all those women who don't follow them back, the dating scene would probably get better. I agree with that.
If some creep comes up to you, like why even give him time of day? You can go back and pick who you want.
Oh, I got athletes, I got all this type of shit. No. Getting loud rejections from subpar chicks is the worst. Never approach a low-hanging fruit thinking it will be an easy leg. They're usually the chicks with the biggest egos, being that they're approached the most because they're low-hanging fruit. Never lower your standards. Even if you go after a lower attractive woman, let's say you're a sub 5. I love that term.
Sub 5.
Sub 5, normie, Chad. If you're a sub 5 and you go after a sub 5 woman, the sub 5 women might get the most attention because everyone goes, oh, well, if she's not that bad, she can't be that picky. And she gets the most attention, so she's even more pickier.
And it sucks because now we're saying attractive, good, unattractive, bad. In terms of getting girls, it's an important factor. It's an important factor.
People forget that we are animals.
And we're visual creatures. We like things that look nice. You want a ripped shirt or you want a clean iron shirt?
Do you want a black strawberry or a bright red one?
Do I want old banana, new banana?
You should like the dirty banana still.
And I know sometimes they say you let it age a little bit more, it's actually better for you, tastes better, but visually, I want that one. Well, rate yourself in the comments for the fellas out there.
Yeah.
Are you a sub 5, a normie, or a Chad?
I feel like people should just simply put their opinions, we have a lot of guys watching this, older guys, younger guys, maybe put your thoughts and your experiences with cold approaching girls.
Do you agree with this video?
The bottom line,
just be the best you.
Be the best you that you could possibly be. Get your grooming right, your fashion, your social skills, your profession, your money, like everything.
Everything.
Even though life isn't fair and things might not work out, you are putting yourself in the best position to win. Life's like a raffle. The more tickets you got, better chance you have at winning.
Yep.
You can't hit the lottery if you only got one ticket in there.
Yep. And if you know you look like a turd, you can only polish your turd and it's still gonna look like shit. So you like.
So I guess be the best looking shit you could be.
Yeah.
Men that aren't attractive know they aren't attractive. And men that are attractive pretty much know they're attractive. Cause you get treated that way.
Yeah, you'll know.
If you approach 100 women and you get 100, I'm good.
And maybe you a sub 5.
Then that's your answer, because the difference between harassment and flirting is how you look. So a girl will say you're harassing them if you're truly ugly.
And it sucks because a truly ugly guy at the beginning of this clip genuinely
run that back and get the bigger
Oh man.
Is this creepy? Is this harassment? Let's see.
Excuse me, do you want to hear a story for a second?
Yes.
I was literally practicing my skills all day just so I can come over and say hi to you.
That's cute. That's cute and sweet.
That's it?
Yeah, what's up?
No, I'm not talking. Sorry.
You're not allowed to. You're on the phone.
Dang, she just went straight to the, just act like I got something to do.
But then he rebounds and goes to the next chick.
Okay, well, I'll transition to this lady.
Sorry, that's funny.
Yeah.
He like narrated his life.
She rejected me. It's really sad. Can you believe that?
I'm waiting for my friend.
He said, oh.
But to be fair, he didn't come correct with his hair, with his outfit, with his fitness. I don't think he was doing himself any favors.
Nah.
I gotta go out in the field and try this out and see if I'm a. I gotta see if I'm a
I didn't know if
normie.
I'm a normie or not. Maybe I'm sub 5. Fuck.
I might be a sub 5.
Imagine you find out you're a sub 5.
But you gotta know if you're. I feel like if we're questioning, we can't be sub 5.
Yeah.
And if you ask a girl, yo, 1 through 10, what am I? Right? And like, she's like, no bullshit. Like, let me know what I am. Right? Isn't that how you find out?
I don't know, because girls just be nice too sometimes.
No, you're a 7.
Well, if she says a 10, then you say, cool, can we grab dinner tomorrow? And then if she says, I'm busy, then I'm a minus 3 points from that. We'll do some experiments later.
We'll see. So black pill, we'll see. I don't know.
Black pill, shit.
It's funny.
Peace.